Good morning, everybody. We are starting day 2 with our chipper stage. Women's Elite, this is stage 5 for them. They will have 3 total today. And if you've been taking a look at practice score, it is going to be a dogfight for the Women's Elite division because those podium spots, these percentage points are going to be worth everything because first through third is separated by less than 2 percentage points. So we're going to see how these ladies fare on this one. I'll turn the camera over as they are about to get started and we will go over event descriptions and lane assignments. Here we go, their first event of the day. There was more cloud coverage. There is around us, but now we got a little bit of sun.
Right, 3, 2, 1, work. Hand release, Burpee first.
Okay, so they're
hand release.
They are underway. Let's first go through who is in which lanes, and then we will explain what exactly they are going to be doing. Here in our first lane, Lauren Leah, Janae DeCossin in our second lane.
4,
Bree Garcia in the center, Corinna Perkins, and then Jordan Sessions. This style of workout, essentially they're going to have 3 total rounds. Each round, the physical component is going to be a little bit different. The first one is hand release burpees. And then they have to toss the bag over the box and then get themselves over the box. Weight on those sandbags is 40 pounds. You can see they're also wearing a ruck. And for their division, it is a 10-pound ruck. So 12 total reps is what we're looking at.
You're good.
For this portion.
You're good. Yeah, you can make the bag. Yep.
And Jordan with an early lean, Corinna right behind her. They have to advance the bag now as they move to the firing lane for their first firing sequence. So Jordan on the right, Corinna on the left. Bree now making her way. Janae also coming up. Firing sequence for this stage, they can stand freestyle for both their rifle and pistol, and it will be 12 shots with their rifle. That's what they will start with, and then 10 with pistol. Switch around. So with tactical games, something to note is that they are never reseeded. Whatever lane and heat they start at the beginning of the weekend, they will continue. So although Janae is in the lead and has Lupe Hernandez and Blair Drug right behind her, those 2 ladies are going to be in the second heat. In other sports, specifically in CrossFit, you'll see your leaders in the final heat, and they'll be in lane assignments next to each other. This is a little different, just for simplicity, easier to keep everybody together where they began. Bree Garcia, first one to grab her bag and move into her
All the way.
second round. Just a little confusion. As I mentioned, the physical part changes each time. And Jordan just blowing past everyone in almost a full sprint to get here. So now this next part is the bag has to cross all the way over
5.
the wooden panel. No part of the bag can be touching when it gets over. And they will have 12 reps of these before they then go back to the firing line. Time cap for this one is 15 minutes.
7, 9, 10, 8, 10, 11, 9, 11, 12. Here we go. 10, 12. Get it, get back.
And Corinna, first athlete to finish the second part of the physical stage. Jordan coming up right behind her. So your leader in the center, your 1 and 2, Bree and Jordan. Sorry, Corinna and Jordan. Corinna and Jordan. Bree just advanced to the firing line. Corinna now done with her rifle. She'll move to her pistol as Jordan finishes up her rifle. Bree also working on her pistol. So all 3 ladies. Your 1, 2, and 3. Just based specifically on time, not taking into account what their targets are going to look like. Okay, and it was actually Jordan and Bree will strike first, grabbing her sandbag, moving into her 3rd and final round of the physical portion. Jordan and Corinna. So this is kind of like a shoulder, or I'm sorry, ground to shoulder and overhead to your back movement. Turn around and coming back. Bree, Corinna, and Jordan, all about neck and neck right now. 12 total reps is what they're looking at for this sequence. I haven't gotten an official time check, but I think they are only a little over halfway into the 15 minutes. Okay, Jordan pulling ahead now.
Halfway through that time cap.
Corinna and Bree just heard the judge halfway through the time cap. Jordan now advancing her lead. This is her final 2. Before she gets to drop that bag. And this bag for this part is 60 pounds. So earlier they were using a 40-pound, but then they switch them out for the next part of the physical. 12 shots remain for her rifle, 10 with the pistol. Jordan 1, Corinna 2, Bree 3. Once they finish this part, the firing sequence, with the remaining time, they will then do hand release burpees over the box where they began. So then that's just to accumulate as many reps, which will be 1 rep equals 1 point added to their score. So far, the firing line is where Bree has been able to pick up some time on the other 2 ladies, on Corinna and Jordan, but Jordan will be first. She had enough time to stay ahead.
Nice, Jordan. Nice. Keep going. And release.
So now this is just for additional reps onto her score. She will be just about 2 reps ahead as Bree is now at her
Nice work.
box to begin her additional reps. Corinna also getting to work. It's very dusty out here, if you haven't noticed. Dust in your hair, your eyeballs, in your clothes.
Watch out.
And so all of the judges are going to have clickers right now. So at the end, once the time cap expires, we'll get a final count of where these ladies ended.
Let's go. Push to the end. Whatever you got left.
This is just another way that Tactical Games is also using different implements. So they very well could have used just a plyo box, which we've used at some of our events before, but instead they're using these big barrel boxes just to add some variance and make sure these athletes are prepared for anything. Still 3 minutes left.
Come on, Jordan. Come on, Jordan.
When it comes to programming, that is part of the cruelty of it. You know you can get through the first part in more than enough time, and then this part is just grunt work. This is going to either make or break the athletes, but having this additional time to get as many hand release, burpees, in person and bag over the box, I think the ones that will do well in this are going to be those gritty athletes, the ones that can just put their head down and grind through the work. And speaking of burpees, Janae DeCossin, your overall leader heading into day 2, that is a movement in her wheelhouse. Endurance, grunt work, putting her head down and work. Those are movements that she loves to see out here, along with rope climbs. We got those later, so I'm sure she's excited about those as well.
Keep water, let's go. Gotta go, Jordan. Keep it going. Keep it up. Good job, Lauren. Keep it up. 90 seconds, right? 90 seconds. Go.
About a minute and a half left before that time cap.
Ray, I need 6 more. Let's go. Let's go, Jordan. 60 seconds. Come on.
Yeah, just take a look at all of that dust.
Where are the other 2 at, Blake?
Keep moving. Ray, you gotta go. Let's go. 1 minute.
Final minute. We'll see if any of these athletes are able to actually kick it into gear.
1 minute. Go, Bray. Go. Let's go, Bray. Forward. Let's go, Bray.
And speed up. And you talk about that speed.
Right down.
Even though Janae was, I mean, I think anywhere from 8 to 10 reps behind our leader by the time she got to her bag, her speed has never slowed down on her reps. I'll be curious to see what the total amount of reps she has at the end of these.
There you go, Lil. Dig in. Go, Bray. Go. Let's go. Ball it over, Bray. Get it. Bray, one more. You got to go. Drop down.
And great body awareness. She stays low, keeps her head down the entire time.
Get it over. Get it over. Get over.
Trying to keep herself really compact as she goes. And that'll be time. Let's find out. What's our clicker say here? We got 55. Thank you. Janae, 63. I said she was going to be hustling on those. Let's compare to some others.
All right, ladies, get your rucks on.
63. Excuse me. Can I see score? 64 for, I think that was Bree's Lane.
Before y'all go anywhere, can I get a group photo, please?
Where are the other judges? Okay. So Bree so far has the top score, but Janae gaining up a ton of time, just one rep behind her.
It's impressive.
What was, can I look at your paper?
Yeah. Lane 1, 55.
Lane 1, 55, that was, Lauren, yep. Jordan, 62. Corinna, 64. Ooh, I'm sorry, I'm not even showing there. And then you're waiting on Janae's, 63, I think hers was. 63. Yep. Okay, so even though, here, let me turn this around.
20 and...
So even though Jordan was in the lead, she was the first one to the burpees. She finished 62, Bree in the middle lane 64, and then Janae 63. Let's talk to Janae before she has to judge this next one. Get the microphone. Janae gaining a ton of time on those burpees. I think that you were around like 8 to 10 behind the leader, and you were able to almost take the lead of the amount of burpees. What do you do in your training to get through that type of grunt work and be able to gain time on something like that?
I think those cardio pieces, similar to Jacob Hebner's morning mono, where it's just machines and it only requires effort. There's not some like high scale or heavy barbell to slow you down. It just really tests your ability to push through fatigue and have some mental grit. So I think doing stuff like that really helps you here, because that bag wasn't overly heavy. It just kind of sucked, and it came down to like how willing you were to hurt. So I'd say that was the biggest factor in training for something like that one.
What is the one thing you're telling yourself when you're really hurting?
You know, I try to just stay focused on something else besides what I'm feeling. So whether that be the count that I'm on, or maybe a certain specific movement pattern. So like I'm going to keep my elbows in on the burpee. I know that sounds silly, but having a focal point that isn't how you feel and is just an objective like pattern thing, like I can accomplish at each rep, that helps me.
Thanks, Janae. Great work.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Okay, so Janae, just don't think about your body. Think about something else that gets your mind distracted and off is what it's all about when you're in the middle of that grit work. We are going to close it up for the ladies elite. We have one more heat going on, but we're gonna go and check in with our men's elite. As always, updated and most accurate scores are gonna be on practicescore.com. We also have a link to that on our website, thetacticalgames.com. It will also give more event details, location, stage description. So if you're looking to get more information and see what we are doing here in Utah this weekend, just head to our website as well as Instagram and make sure you like and subscribe. It helps the channel, it helps the sport. And thank you. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time.